I'm in Belgium, and I'm here for a week to explore this fascinating country and its incredible, and I'd argue, underrated food scene. I'm starting in Ghent, where I'll be based this week.
I'm born in Ghent. It's my city.
A city seemingly stuck in time, but somehow on the forefront of the future. We'll make our way to the magical city of Bruges and sample its famous beer, cheese, and classic dishes along its canals. Then we're heading to the capital, Brussels, for its incredible international market, and you guessed it, mussels. Oh, and of course waffles. And finally, the dynamic city of Antwerp with its lively Chinatown, Moroccan eateries, frites, and world-famous chocolates. Finally, I'm in Belgium having a Belgian beer. Oh man, that's so good. Malty, crisp, rich, and chocolatey. So good. I'm so happy right now. Andres got a Ghent Tripel. This is local from Ghent. Look at the color on this. Golden beer. It looks so strong. Mm. Oh, wow. That's surprisingly subtle. For a triple, I was expecting something way stronger, but this will sneak up on you. It's got really nice, like banana notes, bright and crisp. This is actually 8%. It doesn't taste like an 8% beer. Whew. Hello. Enjoy. So, I wasn't lying about getting some food, but we stopped at Bar Andre and I got myself an Aperol Spritz and he's getting himself a beer. So here we are again, round two. Here we go. But seriously though, can we talk about these lounge chairs? Look at this. More comfortable than they look. Ouwen Duiker. That's a nice bottle. So this is the Patterson neighborhood. You know, they kind of made it seem like this is the designated place for restaurants and bars, but it's all over. It's just here it's kind of more concentrated. It's on one main road. So I made it to the Patterson neighborhood. Night one, here we go, with an Aperol. By the way, I still haven't gotten the hang of like where exactly you speak Dutch and where you speak French. Because at the last pub we were at, they were speaking Dutch. Here it's a little bit more French. We'll figure it out. But this Aperol is delicious. Beautiful color on that. Okay, so one thing you learn very quickly here is that restaurants close pretty early. So we stopped by a couple places and they either take reservation only or they're about to close. But we found this place called Tecloquis. I'm so sorry I'm butchering this right now, but I will put it in the description so you can find it accurately. They close at 10 p.m., so it's 8:30 right now. Whoa, okay, so the food came out in a matter of 10 minutes. Andres ordered the Flemish stew, and they brought him this beautiful plated dish with some Flemish stew and pea shoots to garnish, but they also brought him a bowl just to keep the majority of it warm and he can serve himself as he's ready. And then they also brought a garden salad with mixed greens, tomato, and black olives. The dressing on here looks so good. And then here are the frites that are gonna go with the Flemish stew and the beef steak with green pepper sauce. It looks like we've got some microgreens garnish on there too. I requested it to be medium rare. It smells fantastic and I can't wait to get into that green pepper sauce. All right, so it's really dark in the restaurant right now, which is great for dining, but not so great for filming, but we'll do our best. Look at that. Beautiful red, tender, medium rare steak. I'm gonna dip it right into the green pepper sauce. Oh, look how creamy that is. Perfectly coats it. Mm. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. That is so tender. Oh my God. Juicy, 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 fresh off the grill. Oh my God. This is like one of the best steaks I've ever had. Incredible. Wow, look at the beautiful red hue on that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have this bite just on its own without any of the pepper sauce. But that pepper sauce is so creamy. Mm. Mm. Wow. All right, let's try this Flemish stew. Oh my goodness. Oh, that beef just breaks apart so easily. Let's try this. Oh, with that gravy sauce. Mm. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. This is iconic, classic, textbook stew. The meat is tender, soft, breaks apart right away, and the sauce is so rich. It's decadent. Oh, it's incredible. It's not creamy. There's no cream in here, but there is a richness to it from the vegetables and the browning. It's just the careful time that it takes to cook this. And let me try it with some of the fruits. Just gonna dip this whole thing in there. Mmm, warm. To think of a dish where fries adds to it, it doesn't take away. Those are piping hot, perfectly seasoned with just enough salt, crispy on the outside, puffy, potatoey on the inside. So, so good. All right, Andres suggested I take this with fries. Oh, and mayo. And a scoop of mayo. Belgian mayonnaise. Whoa. Mm. He said it would be life-changing. He's right. That Flemish stew, the meaty, rich flavor with the frites, salty, potatoey, and then some of that Belgian mayonnaise that's thick and creamy. Oh my God. I gotta try this mayo on its own too. Oh man. It's the best. It's really the best. Oh my God.
Sorry, Dukes.
Oh my goodness, you guys. This is what I live for. This is what I travel for. This is exactly what I wanted. Just a hearty, rich, decadent meal. And this is exactly what we got with that steak, the Flemish stew and the frites. It was just out of this world. They have set a standard for the next week. This place I never even heard of. I've done research on Ghent, on Bruges, on Brussels, and this place never came up. That just goes to show how many incredible places there are to eat here. You guys, I will see you tomorrow because tomorrow the food tour of Belgium begins. What's up, guys? It is our first morning in Ghent, Belgium. We got here yesterday afternoon and we were able to do some exploring around the town, get something to eat, and the food has already been incredible. Before we get started, I just needed to show you our rental. It's beautiful. It's in the middle of the city and I'm standing right now in the courtyard, which is just kind of like a little private patio that we have. And the attention to detail is beautiful. I'm just gonna show you real quick and then we'll head out. This is the kitchen here. Beautifully designed. This is the bedroom here. Nice and spacious. It's like a long studio. And then this is the living area. And the place was actually renovated by the family who owns it. They live upstairs. The wife is an interior design student, and you can tell that how thoughtfully put together this place is. I mean, look at these windows. This place has got to be at least 100 years old. It's beautiful. And then you've got this building outside. Look at that. Wow. So much attention to detail. They're so nice. They live on the 3rd floor. The bathroom's on the 2nd floor, which is kind of an inconvenience, but the place is so gorgeous and it's so comfortable that it really just overrides everything. So it doesn't even matter. And the reason why I chose this place is because it's so central. It's in the middle of everything. I think I'm ready for some coffee. I've got a couple places that I want to go to, but honestly, if we bump into something that looks great on the way, then we'll stop there. So we've got all of our stuff. So I'll leave the link for the place in the description. And I mean, for the location, the size of the place, and it being September, I think after taxes and fees, it was like, came out to like $100 a night. So I think it's very reasonable. Oh, the floor is made out of like marble stone. So the door kind of crashes on an elevated part there. It's the beauty of an old place like this. This city is so walkable and there's people on bikes, so many bikes. This is one of the most bikeable cities, I guess, in Europe. I don't know about in the world, but I love it. What's this? Oh, this is a coffee shop here. Okay, so we ran into this place. It's called Way. Let's check it out. I'll have a double espresso too. Let's do a almond croissant, please. So I got an almond croissant. Look at the shape of this. I've never seen a croissant like this. That's so beautiful. Super flaky and crispy on the outside. Thank you. 2 double espressos. The color on that. Oh man, it smells amazing. First espresso in Belgium. Oh. Whoa, that is so potent. Tart, bright. Wow, it's like thick espresso. I love how they give you some water to kind of cleanse the palate. I gotta try this croissant. This is beautiful. What a piece of artistry. And I also see the baker's in there making him right now. She's rolling out croissant dough. They make these in-house. This is such a clever shape. It's perfection. It has a very unique flavor to it. It tastes like a croissant, but it's the butteriness, you almost taste like a cinnamoniness to it. But it's so crunchy on the outside, doughy on the inside, and the almond is not too heavy. There's just like a nice thin layer of the almond paste. Look at that. You can't even really see the almond paste in there because it's not like just one glob. It's almost layered throughout the croissant. Oh, let me get a sip of espresso with that. So you have like that butteriness coating on your palate, and then you have espresso. It's, yeah. I just love the cafe culture in this part of the world. There's people sitting outside, tables lined up, and you know, you can take to go, but it's really encouraged and welcomed to have a seat and enjoy your espresso before you continue on with your day. And it's chilly today. All right, so there's a bakery I want to go check out, and it's straight down this street. This is the first time I'm seeing one of these vending machines. They have like ready-made meals, but these are full-on meals, meat and potato stuff. This is the store from the vending machine that we saw outside, but they have a full shop. Wow. They have all these like pre-made meals here. Cheese sections. Just look at the aisle. You have the cheese, and then you see the meat back there. You have meat freezers. Aged meat refrigerators, and then all of these cheeses. I love walking into a store with cheese, and I don't recognize even half of it. Lots of funky cheeses. Bonjour. Oh, they have all the sliced meats here? Wow. This is my heaven right now. And look at the cuts of meat, how fresh this, what do you call this? Display of meat. Wow, look how finely minced that ground beef is. And then they even have more deli stuff for you to slice. Look at that! Oh, these up here. Oh, look at the ones hanging in the back. Get your breads. And then they even have a produce section. Ooh, cold salads. Oh, you know what? I should get a gray shrimp salad and try it here. One of the things you have to try when you come to Belgium is the gray shrimp. Just the gray shrimp itself, whether it's salad or croquette. They have the salad here. I want to try it. Hi. Can I please have the gray shrimp salad? Oh, it comes in a sandwich. Oh, yeah, that's great. I didn't know. Okay. What kind of vegetables do you normally put on it?
I have tomatoes, cucumbers, salad, carrots, pickles.
Then let's go ahead and do it. Yeah. They offer it with fresh veggies too, like tomato, cucumber, and stuff. So let's do it. Let's try it. There's like every corner of the market is full. It's got something. Thank you. Thank you. Well, they have some beverages here too. Wow, they make it so convenient. You have the vending machines, so you can just get stuff to go real quick, or you can go into the market. And we're gonna try the gray shrimps. Look at this table. You're like protected in here too. Oh, okay. So they have these high top tables, and I thought it was just kind of like a protective barrier, but it's actually for you to lean on. And you can probably, you can sit up if you want. Never seen that before. That's so cool. But I also just like how it kind of encapsulates you, and you can like be tucked in to the table. It makes you feel a little safer since like you're right on the street. Okay. So this is the gray shrimp salad, the French baguette. Oh, look how fresh these greens are. It's got cucumber, tomato, carrots, and then the salad. Okay. I'm actually gonna break it in half so I can take a bite from the center. All right. Very shrimpy. The shrimp has a very like sea flavor. I guess like salty, saltwater, briny flavor. It's almost like anchovies. And then it's like tossed in a mayo. Large shrimp tastes totally different from this. This definitely has more of a sea, almost anchovy-like flavor. It's not very salty though, but it has a very oceanic taste. I like it with the vegetables. Let me try some of the shrimp on its own. The shrimp is very soft. They still have, I believe they still have shell on, but The shells are so soft. It's good. It's one of those things like, it's very new to my palate, but I like it. It's good. The way that they harvest these shrimp is on the coast of the North Sea. They actually use horses to drag nets across the shallow waters when the tide is out to collect the shrimp. So the shrimps are actually really close to shore. All right, that was an interesting first try of the famous gray shrimp. I think that's a really good place if you want to just try it because it's really expensive in restaurants. This is the bakery I was talking about, Culture. Let's go check it out. Whoa, look at the breads. Hello.
Good morning.
Oh man, those are beautiful. They have the rice tarty, the rice tart. That's a classic pastry here. I want to try that. Hello, good morning. I'll have a rice tart, please. Is it like a rice pudding?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Wow, that's a legit bakery. When you can see the ovens in the back and the breads are just on the shelves, I love seeing that. It makes me so happy. Okay, so this is a rice tart. It's a classic pastry here, and it's a rice pudding filling. But look how nice and crisp that top is. Beautiful browning on a flaky tart crust. You know right away, that is a good pastry. Wow. I've had rice pudding my whole life. It's something we eat in Latin countries too, but I've never had it in a tart like this. The rice has been cooked perfectly where it just melds together with the cream and custard. Wow. The actual crust itself is so buttery and crisp. The use of butter in this place is out of this world because I also saw in their fridge they have a very specific brand of high-end, excellent handmade butter. It's called Le Beurre Baudier, and it's made either in France or in Belgium. I have to look it up again, but it is a handmade butter, and I wonder if they use something similar of that high quality to make these tart pastries because that is excellent. It melts in your mouth right away. Definitely recommend checking this place out. So next place I want to check out is Merveilleux, and it's like a marshmallow type of sweet confection. Let's check it out. Oh, these things are huge. Okay, good. They have smaller ones. Oh, wow. Decadent is the first word that comes to mind. Ooh. Oh, I think I have to do the speculoos in white chocolate. Hello, bonjour. May I please have a speculoos in white chocolate? For takeaway, yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
You as well. Look how cute. Can you help me pronounce this correctly? The name?
Au Merveilleux de Fred.
Oh, Merveilleux. Okay, thank you so much. So there's a confection I wanted to try, a Merveilleux, while we're here. This place is actually called a Merveilleux de Fred. It's a super popular establishment. They have them throughout Belgium. And right here in the center of Ghent, there's one as well. It's a beautiful bake shop, pastry shop. This one specifically has a speculoos, which is that kind of spiced cookie. All right, let's try it. It's very soft. Whoa. It's like air. Whoa. Really what I taste is the white chocolate. It's so airy and light. Let me get another bite, see if I can taste the marshmallowiness of it. Wow. Okay, it's really good. It looks like it has some honey in there too. Some kind of sweet syrup, but the confection itself is so cloudy and airy. It's got like kind of like a cakiness at the bottom here, but I think it's more of a marshmallow cake. So it's still very, very soft. It's not like a sponge. Okay. I got more marshmallowy whipped cream down here. It's really good. Very sweet, very rich, spiced cookie flavor. That's delicious. I can't eat this whole thing. It's really sweet. I'm gonna need a whole bottle of water. Oh wow, you can see him right in the window cutting, scoring the breads. I think these are kind of like a Viennese bread. It looks like they have raisins, some sort of milk bread. Oh, some of them also have chocolate chips in them. I could watch this all day. You can see the skill that he takes to cut and just score right on the edge of the bread to not interrupt the rise from the proofing. Beautiful. You can feel the warmth coming from the bake shop. So I'm sure it feels really nice in there to feel the breeze coming from the outside. But you need to have it at a warm temperature like that so that the breads can proof properly. All right, guys, this is a chocolate shop that I specifically wanted to come to, famous for their single origin pralines. Now, pralines are huge in Belgium. It's iconic. It's the essential thing, but not all chocolate shops use single origin chocolate. That's why I want to come to the Dutch Shiver chocolate shop, and it's actually named after the chocolatier who owns the place. Let's go check it out. Wow, very posh. So we came to a bench by the canal to try our the Dutch Shiver chocolates. After I say it the third time or so, I get a little better at it. Okay. So I'm gonna try this. Well, let's see what comes out first. Yuzu. Look how beautiful. Perfectly coated. This is so hard to do, you guys. To paint these pralines, to paint the chocolate molds, then fill it with a thin shell of chocolate, and then the praline. I can't wait to try this. Oh, wow. Instantly you taste that yuzu. This has the chocolate cream or the praline inside, but you can see that gel. That's where the yuzu flavor is. And it's such a punch of citrusy zest. Almost like you just like squeezed a wedge of yuzu, a sweetened yuzu. That's so good. And the crunch of that shell. Thin shell like an eggshell. Oh, amazing. I just realized these are super rich. So I think I'm just gonna take a bite of each. This one that's coming up here, this is the Bahibé. Bahibé. It's a Dominican cacao. So this is what I was talking about, the single origin chocolate pralines that they make. This one is made strictly with Dominican cacao, and it's a darker milk chocolate. It's a 46% cacao. Oh, this has a light, delicate chocolate caramel in there. It blends so well with the flavor of the cacao. It's not too sweet. It's much less sweeter than the yuzu, actually. That's so nice. It's so gentle on the palate. Wow, and milky, so milky. All right, and this rectangular one is the single origin Kumabo. It's an 80% cacao from Africa, African cacao. Oh. Whoa. So rich in dark chocolate, but it has a lovely, almost like this chalky sensation, like from the tannins in the cacao. It's really, really good. It's got a nice kind of dark fruit note to it as well. Wow. Whoa. They really do a great job extracting the notes out of the chocolate. It's almost like having a glass of wine or something like that, where you can extract notes in the flavor, or like a espresso coffee, and you only need just a little bite. All right, the last one we have, oh, this one is the chocolate fondant. And then on the outside, it's got that nice chocolate shell. The chocolatiers were actually unmolding this while we were there in the chocolate shop today. And you could see they were meticulously looking at the chocolates, making sure that they're not cracked or split or have air bubbles in them before they were packaging them. Oh. Oh. This has a salted caramel. Whoa. Whoa. Look how liquidy that caramel is. But not so much where it just spills out all the way, but look how it's just sliding. Wow, that is a perfectly salted caramel. I'm still getting the salty flavor like in the back of my palate, but that caramel flavor is light. It's actually quite a light caramel to complement the darkness of the chocolate. That's just beautiful. The chocolatier himself was named the best chocolatier in Flanders in 2022 by the Golden Mila, which is like a very important designation here. Oh, these chocolates, they're €1 a piece. So you can buy as many or as little as you like. Okay, so it's time for some savory food. We're headed over to Super. It's a soup kitchen. So we've made it to Super. This place is packed. The line is snaking from along the register bar around the table. So we're like standing in the middle of people eating their lunch. Soup is very popular in Belgium. There are a lot of soup places.
It's more dynamic, eh?
Yeah, it's very busy. Wow.
What would you like?
I would like a small Chinese cabbage and leek, please.
A small leek?
Yes. Yeah.
Please.
Yes,
Or two
please.
big rolls.
Oh.
Maybe one person can already sit here. I get 4 slices, you get 2 each.
Oh, thank you.
Can add some homemade croutons, onion, parsley,
Ooh,
and chives.
thank you.
Enjoy.
Maybe you can tell by how busy it is in there, but soup is huge, very popular in Belgium. There are several soup places throughout the cities, and right now we're at Super. This is perfect right now with the weather, and I'm still a little jet lagged. This is exactly what I need right now. Chinese cabbage and leek soup. Beautiful broth. And then it comes with chives on top. I also got myself a scoop of fried onions, but I want to try it first on its own. Oh man, that hits the spot. The soup is piping hot and you have this perfect balance of cabbage and leek flavor to it. It's totally pureed. There's no chunks of anything, but you taste all of it. Perfect. Not too creamy, but not too brothy. Beautifully balanced. I'm going in for a bite with the crispy fried onions. Oh, adds just enough little crispy texture in there. Oh, wow. And they let you just help yourself to it also, so you can have as little or as much as you want. I really appreciate that. Oh, the onions are toasty, crisp. I think they make those here. That is so good and they taste so fresh. Oh, wow. You guys, you gotta have soup in Belgium. Okay, I'm seeing everyone dig into this sourdough bread and they're slicing it fresh to order. Oh man, they don't have to do that. They're taking the time to slice each loaf as people are ordering it. Oh. Chewy, dense. Wow. It just gets better. This is like a dark wheat with the whole grains in there. Man. It's a perfect thing to get you through the rest of the day. You feel great. It's not too heavy. I love this soup. They had some other varieties too, like they had a traditional tomato. They have a Thai curry, a bolognese. Oh, as well as a tandoori. This soup that I got is actually the small. They have small, medium, and large sizes. This one was €7, and to have the soup with the bread, and you can put the toppings however much you like, comes with butter, you can't beat it. And you're also looking at a freaking church castle, look at that. I say church castle because I can't really tell what it is from here, but you get what I'm saying. Man, they are so nice, and I think he's the owner. When I was paying, he says, would you like a spoon or a straw? And I thought to myself, there's no way that I can actually eat this through a straw, but the soup was so smooth, you can actually sip it through a straw. So that place is wonderful. They are incredibly kind and sweet people. Oh man, what an experience. Not too far from Super is the Grassley, or the Grassley. It's a quay on the River Lee, and you can get a boat tour from there. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do a boat tour just to kind of get some of the sights and sounds. But this spot right here is actually really popular among locals. They come and they have, you know, snacks and a drink at the end of the day or anytime they really want. But look how beautiful these facades are. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, we'd like 2 tickets for a boat ride. Okay, so we bought our boat tickets. It's €10 per person, and we are actually the first ones to buy for this round. So we get first pick of where we'd like to sit on the boat.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good
My
afternoon.
name is Ivan. I will be your captain for the next 45 minutes. So we're navigating on the River Lys. This is a river which comes from the north of France, from Artois. Artois used to be part of Flanders, nowadays is part of France. And Artois might sound familiar because the famous Belgian beer is called Stella Artois. And this river, 180 kilometers long, flows to Ghent. And here in Ghent itself, it's joined with another river, with the Scheldt. And that junction of River Scheldt and River Lys was called Gandai by the first inhabitants which were living here. So Gandai, of course, is the origin of the name of the city. So there used to be a time that the city of Ghent was a big city. Nowadays, Ghent is the second biggest city of Flanders after Antwerp. But in the 14th century, it was the second biggest city of Europe, northern of the Alps. Those days only Paris was bigger. maison de corporation des bateliers. Au-dessus de la porte d'entrée, vous voyez une carrosserie.
Definitely recommend the boat tour. It was 45 minutes, 10 euros per person, very informative. And our captain spoke English, Dutch, and French seamlessly. He just went through each language for every topic that he spoke about. It was great, loved it. And you get to be in the canals and in the river. It's just such a really cool perspective to see Ghent from. Oh, the mustard. We're passing by the Tierinten mustard place, which I need to see before I die. They've been making mustard here for over 200 years. It smells so good in here.
Als we meer gaan shoppen, dan is het voorbij.
Ja, dat staat daar dan hier aan de
Merci, ja.
Hello. Hi. We'd like to buy some mustard. Do you have any to try first?
Sure. We only have one type.
Oh, to taste. Oh,
easy.
wonderful.
So it's a very spicy one.
Okay.
And the recipe is over 200 years old, and we still make it the same way as
Wow.
back in then.
Amazing.
There you go. Wow.
Whoa.
That's
Oh.
We have a cake.
It is beautifully spicy though. I love it.
Wow.
Yes.
I have to imagine it with old cheeses, dried sausages or meats,
Yeah.
and you can cook with it.
It's making my eyes water and I don't mind.
Okay, more like your
Yeah.
nostrils will go.
Yeah.
Some headache somewhere.
But it does have a nice like, it almost starts a little bit sweet, like no spicy at all, and then
No
it just
sugar
all
there
comes
at
in.
all. So this recipe is from 1790. So we started with this one that you just tasted. We also have now since 1970 the one with the seeds.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same taste, only the texture is different, but also it's like 2% less spicy. Just it's almost nothing less, but just a little bit.
Okay. I would love to take one of your original recipe
So
mustards.
these are all the sizes here, or
Okay.
you can also have the ceramic pots.
Okay. I would love to take a ceramic pot home. Is that okay to fly with? Do you think
we'll
so?
seal it for you very.
Okay,
very
that would be
good.
great,
We
yeah.
do it like constantly, so we never had complaints yet.
Okay, good. I'll take your small one, please.
You mean this one or this one?
That
blue
one, yes, the
Yeah,
blue one.
The gray one. So it stays good for at least 6 months to
Okay.
1 year, but it needs to be refrigerated even unopened because it's already open when you get home.
Okay.
It needs to be refrigerated. But for 2-3 weeks without a fridge is okay. So
Okay.
if you're traveling, it's fine, it's no problem.
And so all the mustard is made here?
Yes, beneath your feet.
Oh, wow.
It's,
Has it always been here? Or?
Yes, since here we are from 1860 at this shop, nothing changed. Only the gas, we had to change the lights, the gas into the electricity because that was for safety.
Right.
But other than that, it's protected, we cannot change anything. And the way we make the mustard is still the same way we did more than 200 years ago.
Wow, that's amazing.
And actually, when I make it, like sometimes I have to wear a mask because it's so
Oh, I can
sweet in my
imagine,
eyes.
yes.
It's very easy. But it's nice, it's a very nice product.
And I would love a little spoon as well. Which one do you recommend?
For this one, oh, this is too big. I don't like these, but some people
Okay.
do.
Then let's just do this one.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate
Thank
you
you for
sharing.
coming back.
Yes. That was so cool. Okay, I got my little mustard in a mustard pot. I never buy souvenirs. I usually just, take it in the moment and keep going, but I love mustard, and these little pots that you can keep is something that I had to get when I was here. So I'm so happy I got my little mustard in a mustard pot. It's so good on its own too. It's not just like a spicy thing. The flavor of the mustard, the tartness, like almost like a little sweetness right before the heat kicked in. Right outside the Tierrington mustard place is the Couberdon's little cart. This is also a candy you gotta try here. So let's try it. Can I just have your smallest
Yes,
option?
you like a mix or just original?
Let's do a mix.
Mix?
Yeah. What are the flavors?
The purple one is the original, that's red fruit, strawberry, raspberry, violet. We also
Awesome.
have strawberry, lemon, and apple.
Sounds
We
great.
have all of them inside and that's €10.
All right. Thank you.
That's for you, enjoy that.
Thanks. Okay, so we got our little cubes. Okay, so these are Couberdons, and they're these candies that supposedly are like almost like a gel on the inside, but they're hard candy on the outside. They're also called noses of Ghent because they resemble a little nose. The way that these came about was actually through a pharmacist. He was trying to find a way to make the medicine more palatable, and he came up with this because it stays liquid on the inside, but it's dry on the outside. It's more like a jelly. I thought it was maybe going to be like a hard candy on the outside, but it's like a dry gel on the outside and then a soft jelly on the inside. It's really good. This is the dark berries one. It's delicious. Violet, raspberry, blueberry is cherry was he was saying. So there's a certain style of beer here that I want to taste. It's called Groot, and it's a beer made with an herbal mix instead of hops. Let's check it out. Hello.
So we got a blonde beer, this is like the most normal beer. A wit, this is really fresh. And then amber, this is like roasted kinda. And then this is brown, it's like with nuts, it's gluten free. This Inferno is the triple, but it's really light though.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is the 0.0.
Awesome. Do you do a flights?
Yeah.
Can we try one of those? Great. So is it right that the beer here is produced with an herb mix instead of hops?
Yes.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, except for the Inferno, there's a little bit of hops.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the wit.
Okay.
This is blonde, amber, brown, and Inferno.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, so we got the flight of 5 beers. We're going to start with the wit beer. Has like a lemony flavor to it. Very light, smooth, sunny, crisp day beer. Second beer is their blonde ale. Smells a little stronger, a little more malty. It's good. A step up from the wit beer in flavor, a little bit more complexity. It's interesting how these are made with an herb mix instead of hops, and they still taste like beer. They don't have like a weird flavor to them. This is their amber. It's got a really beautiful color on it. Ooh, crisp, more zippy in the flavor, almost like carbonated. Feels like it's got more carbonation. Very nice. These beers are really nice, and for a flight, it's €12 for 5. So we got everything but the non-alcoholic beer. I say that's a good price. They give you a nice amount of beer. It's 10 CLs, a good amount of beer. This is the brown ale. Caramelly, malty, a little bit on the sweeter side than like a traditional brown ale. Like thinking about the brown I had yesterday, this one is a little softer, more smooth on the palate, and a little bit more on the caramel notes. Yum. Yeah. And then the last one, this one is the Inferno. This one actually is made with some hops. So this one does have a little bit of hops in it. This has like the color of a lager. Whoa. Danky. Kind of like a lighter IPA. Not too much on the pine or citrus, a little lighter on the pine resin side, but definitely has that dankiness that you'll find in an IPA. And one thing I noticed with all these beers, they don't really have like a punch of like beer alcohol. They are smoother in the drinkability. Very good. I really like these. And they still have alcohol in them. It's just not with the hops. So I think that's where you kind of taste the difference in flavor. And the beer itself is called a Groot, the style. So the brewery is named Groot, but it's also Groot beer. Okay, so after all this walking today, I am in the mood for some Ghent cheese and charcuterie. Let's pop into Maurice and see what they have. Hi, can we just pick a table anywhere?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Whoa. So this is a local Ghent beer. It's called Ouwen Duiker, a cross between an amber and a Belgian triple. Definitely taste that. It's got that nice caramelly note of amber, but the punch of a triple. The beer is so good here. So good here. This is just Ghent. We have yet to explore Brussels or Bruges. We're sitting right in front of the main cathedral of the city. And then there's also this bar that looks kind of like an atrium. There's plants in there, and then the actual bar is right here. Thank you. We ordered their astroplank, and it's a blend of 2 meats and 2 cheeses with some mustard and pickled. Oh, this looks so good right now. It's exactly what I want. This one's got like I want to say like a Swiss, but it's its own thing here. It does have that Swiss cheese style taste. The menu didn't say what the cheeses were, the meats, so kind of just going based on flavor. This one looks like it had a rind on it that was taken off. One of those like waxy rinds. A little bit sharper. Oh, that's good. Has a bit of like a Munster flavor. This is a type of salami. It's got a nice amount of fat marbling in it. Oh, a lovely cured, meaty flavor. Salty, perfect to have with this beer. Oh, that combination can get dangerous because you're just washing it down with the beer, but that beer is no joke. This last one is, it's like shaved ham. They have their own kind of ham here. It's called Ganda ham, which I've got to find. This might be it, and it just didn't say it on the menu. This might be it here. Oh, the prosciutto of Belgium. So good. Wow, soft, tender. That curing process just softens the meat so much. And a cornichon for good luck. Oh, so good. Perfect for sitting here in this square There's people coming in and out of work, going to the bars. And this building here, that looks like it was something, but it appears to be like a store or a restaurant. Oh, Le Pan Quito Den, which is I think a blend of a store, restaurant, eatery. It's beautiful. All right, I gotta do an ultimate bite here. Dipping the cheese in the Belgian mustard. So something the guy at the Tirenton mustard place mentioned was dipping cheese in the actual mustard, which I've never really occurred to me to do. Where has this been my whole life? And a swig of beer. You guys, I'm Belgian now. This is me. Just kidding, but seriously, when you come here, you've got to have cheese dipped in mustard. This mustard is nowhere near as spicy as the Tirenton mustard, but it is definitely, there's something to be said about the flavor combination of that sharp cheese with that lightly spiced Belgian style mustard. It's really good. I'm gonna try one with the salami and this cheese over here, dipping it in the mustard. Okay. It's like a sandwich without the bread, which is great. You can eat more meat and cheese. So it's currently 4 p.m. on the dot. That's where you're starting to see people walking around and kind of coming out to the restaurants. This restaurant is starting to get filled up slowly but surely. You're starting to hear the buzz of people chatting. It's such a nice atmosphere. And the weather is great. It's cloudy, but there's actually no sign of it actually raining. And it's nice and dry out here too. So it doesn't feel very muggy or humid. It's just like a nice breeze. All right, so after our aperitif over at Morris in the Central Square, we walked around for a little bit, kind of looked at some stores, and now we're ready to have some more Belgian classics. So we came to Eulenspiegel to have a chicken vol au vent. And this is actually a dish that originates in France, but it's been adopted by the Belgians, and I can't wait to try it. It's basically a chicken stew, and they serve it on a plate with a puff pastry. It's usually on top or on the side. And then the Belgian spin on it was actually the idea of adding mushrooms to it. So that added a little bit more heartiness to the dish, the classic Belgian way, hearty dishes. Oh, that is so flavorful. It's like a thick chicken stew, but the richness of the sauce and that chicken gravy, because this is like a really thick stew. It's not like a soup stew. It actually kind of holds itself together. Oh man, it has such a wonderful chicken flavor, like a slow cooked chicken flavor. The chicken is shredded, and that mushroom umami flavor is really nice in there as well. I wasn't sure how much I would love the pastry in there, but I really, really like it. That's really good. I'm gonna get one more bite with some of these mushrooms. Now let me show you too. The dish came with a side of potato croquettes. But look how beautiful these croquettes are, with some Belgian mayonnaise. That is a beautifully fried, crispy potato croquette. Let's open it. Look at that. Wow. Oh, so good. And these croquettes actually look a lot like the ham croquetas that we have in Miami, but they're filled with potato. There's actually a dish, fritter. It's called a papa rellena, and the potato is soft and mashed, just like how you have here in the croquettes. These are piping hot, fluffy, potatoey, and crispy on the outside. I love mayonnaise. I love how they put it with everything here. There's no shame about it. Wow. This is as classic, traditional as you can get. Beautiful, hearty, crispy, piping hot dish. So much flavor. Oh, another thing that makes this dish Belgian too, uniquely Belgian, is the addition of meatballs. So these are these little meatballs that they also add to the stew. What's a chicken meatball? Wow. Many of the entree dishes also come with a side salad. So this one came with some mixed greens, cucumber, and a dressing. Kind of looks like a Thousand Island type of dressing with some microgreens. Yum. And this little leaf of Belgian endive. Oh, I love endives. Bitter, crunchy. Alrighty, guys. The real reason why I brought you here was for this, the Gentse vlaai. And in English, we can refer to it as Tilly's flan. In 1959, the grandmother of Tilly created this recipe here in Ghent, and they had a catering company. It was very successful, became very popular, and over time, Tilly, the granddaughter, continued replicating this recipe that her grandmother created. And in 2017, this dish right here became a Flemish regional product. It was given that recognition, which is huge. Tilly is still here. This is her restaurant, and she is still making the flan to this day. So this is the Gentse vlaai. Look at the color of this too. It's such a dark caramel brown. Oh wow, it's so thick. It's like a cured pudding almost, or a cured custard, I guess you could say. Wow, look at that. It looks like it's got a caramel sauce with a gingerbread crumble, or a speculoos crumble, I think. Let's try it. Whoa. If gingerbread and speculoos could be a flan, that's what this is. Wow. Speculoos is cookie butter, kind of like a Nutella, but it's made from cookie butter biscuits. It's gingery, beautiful notes of like cinnamon and dark spices. It's so good, but not too sweet. As a matter of fact, what really adds the sweetness here is the caramel sauce that's on top. Look how thick that is. Let me get some whipped cream and a blueberry. Just bit into that blueberry. Good morning from Ghent. It's a beautiful, sunny, warm day here in the city, and I'm starting off my day with a double macchiato. We came to take 5 espresso. Whoa. The coffee shops here, they just know how to do it. The color, it's got some milk in it, but look how dark it still is. The coffee shop is really busy. Everybody's having, what you can see is probably their first drink of the day. I love how they give you speculoos cookies. These are the ginger spiced Belgian cookies. Oh, look how it picks up the foam so nicely. Oh man, it's so good. You can taste the molasses, the ginger, cinnamon. It's delicious with some coffee. Also in that Merveilleux that we had, you find it in a lot of different applications here. It's a widely used cookie, not just something they put next to your coffee. All right, we were just headed somewhere, but came across Cas Mecca, a spot I had on my list, and I didn't even realize we were passing by it, so we're gonna go check it out right now. This is a cheese shop. Look at the cheeses just in the window alone. I think they have like their main varieties on display here, but so much beautiful blooms of soft cheeses. Bonjour. Oh wow, it smells so good in here. Hello.
Hello. I like these are two Belgian goat cheeses.
Okay.
So the Désiré and the Rosalie.
Désiré et Rosalie.
Rosalie.
Rosalie. Okay.
Rosalie, yes.
Okay.
Then we have a very nice cheese from sheep milk. This
Ooh,
one
okay.
out of the south of Belgium.
A little firmer. Okay.
Yes, a little firmer. These two. Le Petit Moulineau is from Chimay and Pavé de Saumon. They are creamy. A very nice taste, but not so strong.
Okay.
This one is a little bit stronger. It's from Herve.
Oh.
That's that cheese.
Herve.
Under the globe, but that's very
Okay.
strong.
Okay.
Marron cheese, but
Herve.
it's not so hard, not so pronounced. It's washed with a syrup of apple and pears and a beer.
Wow.
These are
I think I would like to try. I will take that. Yes,
one?
that sounds fantastic.
a whole or a half.
Let's do a half.
A half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, and it's very cold in here. It's almost like this is the cooling for the
Yes, so
cheese
it's a cooling
itself,
for the
right?
cheese, yes.
So there's no need to refrigerate any of this. This is just perfect as is in the window. Okay.
Yes.
So I remember this is a cow's milk or cow. Okay.
And the name of the cheese is on your ticket.
On the ticket.
Palais du Moulin. Yes.
Palais des Fous. Merci beaucoup. Oh wow, that place is amazing. Okay, so the second you walk in, you are overtaken by the aroma of what feels like 1,000 different cheeses. The sweet, the funky. I've never smelled so much cheese and so many variations of cheese all at once. And they keep it so cold because the shop itself is like the cheese cave or the cheese cellar. Yeah, that's an incredible experience. And the ladies were so nice. I asked her for a Belgian cheese and she recommended this one that we have here. It's the Palais du Vieux Moulin, cow's milk cheese. And then I also got a baguette because what else am I gonna eat a cheese with? Are you kidding me? All right, so I actually just found a little prop here to sit the cheese on, and we're gonna try it right here in the middle of the street. So this is what the cheese looks like. Look at that bloomy rind, how beautiful. You've got that green, white, that blue rind, and the cheesy goodness in the center. So it's got a really good texture right now. It's nice and soft. The baguette is very elastic. Wow, we're trying cheese in the middle of Ghent. In Belgian cheese in the middle of Ghent. Wow, this is my dream here. I live for this. So beautiful. Oh my God. Whoa, you guys. Sharp, it's creamy. A lovely tanginess to it, but it's exactly how she described it would be. The beautiful creaminess, not too funky. I could definitely go funkier than this, but the fact that it's not so funky actually brings out so much more of the tangy, a little bit of sweet and butteriness to it. It's very creamy. And you can really just scrape your bread right onto it like this. Use your bread as a spoon. Oh. Amazing. Amazing. I don't even need a glass of wine right now. That's just a bonus. Everything you need is right here. The bread and the cheese. This is a excellent baguette. A beautiful bubbliness throughout the bread. It's crispy on the outside, but still has enough flexibility where it's not like tough to chew. Beautifully leavened and baked. I wonder where they get it from. I should have asked. Look at that bite. We're at Block to get some more Belgian goodies. Oh wow. Look at this bolus.
Apple cake.
Looks like it's got cinnamon in there too. Wow. Hello. Can I please try your bolus? Do you have any pan à la grecque left today? Ah, and one of those, please. Yeah. Okay, this is also a bestseller I wanted to try. It's called the pan à la grecque. You gotta love how all the bakeries have their pastries and breads on display. All right, so let's try their bestseller first. This is the pan à la grecque. It's a crispy, bready kind of pastry, but it's just covered in cinnamon and sugar. It's more like a giant cracker is what it looks like. Ooh, oh, it's a little soft bready pastry like. You know what this tastes like? When you bake something that's, say, like a cinnamon roll or a cookie, anything that's got a ton of sugar and cinnamon, and the stuff that falls around that melts onto the pan while it's baking and it comes out, and that's like the crispy, caramelized stuff. That's what this tastes like. It's just one whole pastry of that. So it seems to be like a biscuit, but it becomes kind of soft and a little bit more chewy due to the sugar content. And this is actually originating in Brussels, but you can find it all over Belgium. And it has nothing to do with Greece, even though it's called pan à la grecque. And the grec word actually just translates to like ditch. So I don't know how also this associates with a ditch, but it's called pan à la grecque, and that's what we got. So sugary. This with coffee here, the amazing coffee you have in Belgium, wow. That's so good. I just love how it's totally enveloped in that sugar casing. Look at that, on all sides. Wow, delicious. Beautiful molasse. Then I got there. By the way, this bakery has been in operation since 1899. It's one of the oldest bakeries, if not the oldest bakery here. This is not the original location, but it is a legendary bakery of Ghent. This is the bolus. This is their signature pastry. And this kind of has like a nice, soft, buttery pastry feel to it with what looks like maybe that cinnamon sugar glossy gel in the center. You guys. Oh my God. Okay, don't tell anybody I said this. And this is only as a compliment. But if you guys ever had those, like back in the 90s, those like strudels that you like bake in the oven and they're cinnamony and sugary and you put the glaze on top, kind of like that Pop-Tarts era, that's what this tastes like in the best way possible because it's made from scratch. This is so caramelized. It's got a tanginess, almost like it has like a fruit syrup in there to give it like this little fruity zing to it, because it doesn't just taste like sugar, but you've got cinnamon in there. The pastry itself is very doughy and buttery. It's almost like a flaky cinnamon roll. Look at that. Oh, it's got raisins. What did I tell you? I knew there was some kind of fruit in there. It's got raisins. That's what's giving it that kind of concentrated, fruity, caramelized flavor. It's out of this world. You gotta come to Block. So apparently we stumbled onto a Red Bull dance competition finals. So they're gonna get started in 15 minutes. There's a bar, cafe below that area, that amphitheater. So we're gonna get something to drink, maybe a little snack, and then head back up because I gotta see some of this dance competition. Apparently the winner goes to Mumbai to compete. This is a local gin made here in Ghent. It's called Dada Chapel, original organic dry gin.
Which tonic would you like? I have raspberry tonic, I have the normal one, I have the Indian one.
Ah, let's try the Indian tonic. I like that one, yes. Okay, so I'm having a classic gin and tonic, and we're having the organic dry gin with the Indian tonic.
And for you, sir, the lashu.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Man, that's so refreshing. Wow.
Nice.
Yes, the gin is so smooth, beautiful. You can really get those botanical flavors and the lime.
Like it.
Yes.
How is the beer?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's exactly what we needed right now.
Good for
It's
a warm
pretty
day.
hot outside.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to have a gin and tonic today. I wasn't even expecting to be able to try this gin, but man, we got really lucky. I'm so glad we came in here. This is so refreshing. The lime adds that zippiness to it. Wow. If you're a gin tonic fan, if you're a gin fan, you've really got to try this. All right, let's try La Chouffe, another traditional Belgian ale. This is their blonde. Look at the glass too. Every single beer I've had has been in a different glass. Even if they're blondes, each brewery has their own glass they prefer their beer in. What's your name?
Ali.
Ali.
You?
Bridget.
Bridget?
Andres.
Andres?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, friend.
So we're here talking with our bartender Ali, and he wants to make us something that he really likes, a specific drink. I can't wait to see.
This is a mixture of mint and lemon.
Okay.
It's something like a grenadine.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So I use this as the base
Okay.
of the taste. Now I'll add some fresh mint.
I like this already.
Yes.
It's very nice. It's very nice. This is refreshing. Now I'll use some lemon.
Reminds me of mojito.
Yes, it's something like a mojito, but it's not. Because for the mojito you use the rum.
Yeah.
But for this I use the
Gin.
vodka.
Oh, vodka.
This
Oh.
is a potato
The same-
vodka.
Ah, yes.
The same
Okay.
company that is Apple.
Oh, wow.
Sparkling water.
Beautiful.
Right. And to finish, I use the ginger ale.
Okay. I love Fever Tree. Stirring it really well, getting it nice and aerated, the bubbly. Wow. Thank you, Ali. Look at this drink. This looks so good. The lime, the mint, the ice, those big blocks of ice, ginger ale, potato vodka. Oh, man. I'm not just moving to Belgium, I'm moving into this bar. That is outstanding. Ali, this is incredible. Thank you
Did you
so
like
much.
it?
Yes,
That's
yes.
on me.
This is wonderful. Do you have a name for this?
No.
The Ali Special.
Ali Special.
Let's call it the
The mintiness is so beautiful. It's got a perfect sweetness from the ginger ale. There was no sugar added, but the mixture of that grenadine and the ginger ale is perfect. There's no other way to describe that than what he said. It's refreshing. And you can't even taste the liquor in there. That's the dangerous part.
I love Ghent.
They are from US. I know their vibe. I know what they want. They want
I'm born in Ghent. It's my city.
Nice.
9,000.
Yeah, Ghent is for all people. Look at what is this? Go to Antwerp.
Okay, well, we have to go to Antwerp. Yes.
International food, right?
Yes, it has. And it has also very nice bars. Very nice. But there you should go in the evening, like from 10 o'clock. And there, like you have a bar like this here, but everyone is dancing inside.
Nice.
It's a dance.
That was amazing. Wow, what a place to come and get some cocktails. You guys, you have to come to Sgol. I think it's a SGOL. You have to ask for Ali. Sit at the bar, and if you don't, either way, you need to ask for the Ali cocktail. It's a rendition on what most of us know as the mojito, but he will make you a very special cocktail. Great guy with a local vodka. You gotta have it here. The Ali at Skol. Walking through Ghent with a baguette in my hand. This is how you do it. All right, let's go check out the dance competition happening here right now. All right, so we just came up onto Rijsttaart, and it's where they had like the Saturday and Friday markets, but now there's like an actual like full-on little bit of food trucks, trinkets, almost like a flea market. I think we gotta try something here. Can we place an order of the sea snails?
Yeah.
And how are they prepared?
Your sea snails are in soup.
Lovely, let's try that.
Yeah, right.
And 2 oysters, please.
Only one left.
One is great.
French oysters.
French oysters, okay.
The North Sea are a bit lower. French
Great,
oysters.
sounds great.
Normandy, yes.
Okay.
Vindiclair, yeah. In the morning.
This place is called the
Yeah,
Friday
around
market.
11. Okay.
Oh,
This place, the name of
Friday
the place
market.
is the Friday
6 to
market.
6.
Friday is a big market. We are sold out. Karel.
There you are.
Dankjewel.
Want some pepper or something
Okay,
else?
fantastic.
Feel free.
All right, so we got their last oyster that they had available today. Normandy oysters. Look at that, beautiful, full of that briny ocean water. But we gotta drink the jus first, that ocean jus. Mm.
So,
Wow.
you got it?
Yes.
You liked it?
Wow, I'm so lucky I got that last one. It was so incredible. Wow. I see why.
You wanted the beer?
Yes, the 2 beers and the escargot.
And escargot.
Yes. That doesn't need anything. They offered to, maybe some pepper or something. No. It was so salty, briny, oceany. That's one of the best oysters I've ever had.
You like that?
Yes.
So for the beer is 4, escargot is 6, is 10, and 1 oyster. It's 13, please.
You got it. Okay.
That's okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Just sold the last one. Yeah, only one left here. Income.
Dankjewel.
Enjoy.
Another dish that I was kind of afraid to try, I'm not gonna lie. This is something that's very new to me, is escargot. Now we had it in France, wrapped in parsley, herb, butter. This is a little bit different. This is a sea snail soup. There we go. Mmm. Beautiful. Wow. It's so fragrant with the celery. And I'm not sure what other herbs they put in there, but the celery is so prominent in this. Let's grab another one of these. Mmm. Chewy, but not too much. The broth that they're in is really almost like tastes like a chicken broth, to be honest. It's got that celery, probably some parsley in there too. Similar to the same broth that they cook the mussels in. Maybe a little bit of white wine in there. Mmm. Tastes like a seafood chowder, a brothy seafood chowder. It's kind of, this piece is kind of like a little bit of like hard shell, a little bit of semi-soft shell. So just take that off. Mmm. Packed with flavor. Wow. There's almost no fishiness to it at all. It's just kind of like a overall encompassing seafood chowder. It's delicious. Mm. I really, really like this broth. I know I haven't been carrying around this baguette for nothing. Let's dip some of this baguette inside the escargot broth. Oh my goodness, yes, that's the bite. Mmm. Pro tip, if you're coming to Belgium for food, stop by the nearest cheese shop. Grab yourself a little half wheel of cheese, Belgian cheese. They're gonna have a baguette available for you. Grab a baguette, have your cheese somewhere in the middle of the court, out in the open with all the people around you. And that baguette, just continue walking the streets. You can snack on it while you're exploring the city. And then if you happen upon a place selling some escargot soup, then you have your bread. Or cheese. Or oysters. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. But you always want to be prepared and have a baguette in hand. That's the moral of the story.
That's Bart and I'm Cathy.
Nice to meet you.
She's a friend, not my wife.
Right here, right here.
Beautiful.
We have a message for her, but he doesn't know what to do with the message.
Okay, just open it. Click.
No worries, no worries. We'll find it.
Thank you. Ciao.
Take care.
There's a street here in Ghent. It's called Graffiti Street. And from the second you walk in all the way in, it's just non-stop graffiti on top of graffiti. Let's check it out. That's on purpose. That's made to look like her nose ring. Kind of reminds me of Krog Street in Atlanta. It's an entire tunnel with just graffiti, and anybody can come and do graffiti. Whoever you are, doesn't matter. If you've got something to talk about, if you have something you want to express, you can put it on the walls. There's this Marrakesh provisions stall that I could not walk past. Wow. Look at the anchovy piquant. Spiced anchovies. Wow. Look how beautiful each container is filled. Oh, whoa. Look, there's a whole tasting table. I didn't even see this. I was so drawn in by the case. I didn't even notice the tasting table. Okay. I'm gonna go for the thing that looks the most spicy. Look at that. Mmm. Oh, it's like a sun-dried tomato and olive. Wow. So much flavor. Wow. Okay, I want to try this one. This looks like a sort of pesto. This green paste. Oh. You guys, that is a pesto. Whoa. 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 Come this way. That's what it is right there. Pesto nature. Wow. Marrakesh style pesto. Let's try one more thing, a creamy dip. Mmm. Oh, has almost like a cream cheesy. Oh, that's peppery, slightly pickled pepper. Whoa. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to take some of that and maybe some of the pesto. I'm taking some of this home. Look at this beautiful spread of desserts. Wow. Swears that this is the best tapenade he's ever had. Let's do it. Back there? That looks really good. He's right. Wow. I think that's made with cured olives instead of just black olives. So it has a very nice salty brininess. Good oil content. Wow. What's so cool is that I'm looking in there and you notice something different. We notice this honey mustard. Look at this. It looks like a mayo almost, like a very thick custard.
Delicious, lekker.
Yes, yes. May we please purchase the briwat met spinazie? Wow. So happy right now. This is awesome. Look at this array of olives. You have every different kind. And then on top of that, you have the tapenades. You have the spreads. This is like a one-stop shop. Thank you, Val.
Thank you.
So we've got our spinach pie. It's even got nice grill marks on it now that it's been warmed up. Man, this looks so good. Mmm. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Mm. So much spinach. Mmm. Wow, such a thin layered pastry. So flaky, packed with spinach. €3 for this pastry. Straight sauteed braised spinach. Delicious. Okay, let's start heading this way. Belgium has a large Turkish population, especially Ghent. So we're headed over to what seems to be almost like a Turkish street. They have a lot of Turkish restaurants and food stands. This city is so alive. Whoa, oh look, there's people in their kayaks, how cute! That's gonna be an awesome picture. Okay, so we're entering what I believe is really kind of like the Turkish Quarter. You have to look out for the bicycles. They will not stop for you. Wow, you're starting to smell like grilled meats and chicken. Oh, cookies. Wow. Wow, there's really an abundance of Turkish and Persian restaurants here. Every other store. So we're at Pita Musa to try some Turkish food.
Yes, yes. Aslanım benim bak. Adam seni kameraya çekiyor.
Look how he's scoring the beef before he shaves it. So then it comes off in perfect shaved slices.
Aynen.
The chicken looks really good too. I want to try the beef, but the chicken looks really great. Oh, and then he further cuts the beef a little bit more. He chops it with the scissors to make sure it's nice, almost minced. Golden brown frites. The perfect side dish to have with a durum. Perfectly synchronized service, slicing the beef, assembling the pita durum, cooking the fries. Also, it comes out perfectly timed at once, nice and hot.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow.
What's your name?
Yuzu.
Yuxo?
That's Arda.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
I am born here, my father born here. This location, 24 years. 10 years understate.
And now 24 years here. Wow.
Wow.
My father.
Oh, okay. Hi.
So family. Yeah, family too?
His cousin.
Okay.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Awesome. Well, you guys are doing great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. It's super heavy. Mmm. 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 So fresh and hot. I just really got a full bite of the beef now, and it's juicy but crispy. They let it rotate around the spit one more time so it can get a little bit crispy on the edge. That's so important. You can tell that they really want that combination of crispy and juicy. This is the recommended garlic mayo. Really light on the garlic, but so tangy. The mayonnaise here is like next level. It's something else. It's its own thing. It's almost like a sauce, like a bechamel sauce, a tangy bechamel. Wonderful. Oh, let's try this yogurt. Let's try this yogurt. So this is a classic Turkish drink to accompany with your pita. This is the first time I'm seeing it right here in Ghent. Ooh, it's very watery. It's definitely a drinking yogurt. You see that? Whoa, it's like a milk. Whoa, super salty, like a cheese, like a salted cheese. It almost tastes like something you should be drinking on its own, but they said you need to have it with the pita, so I'm here for it. This tastes like it's full of electrolytes. It's refreshing in the way that Gatorade is refreshing. It's salty, but it's got its own flavor. That's kind of what this is like. These Donners were about €8 each. And look how nice and full of meat they are. That fresh lettuce, it's all perfectly distributed through the pita. Oh, and the €8 came with the fries and your sauce of choice. This is so good. I'm like hardly halfway through and I'm really starting to get full. Also, the yogurt helps. This is like such a filling meal. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight.
Sweet, not sweet.
Oh, let's try a sweet one.
And for me, not sweet.
Not sweet. Sweet for the lady.
Yes.
Kuberdon.
Whoa, Kuberdon, okay.
Green apple, sour apple.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay. Dankjewel. All right, so we're here at Tripel trying the traditional Genever. This is a gin drink. First things first, I read you have to take a sip before you pick it up. Tradition. Whoa. Tastes like medicine. Straight up Robitussin. This is crazy. It's very sweet. It's very Robitussin-y. I'm not sure I like this, but I'm gonna drink it because we're here and I'm not gonna let it go to waste. But I want to try this green apple one, see if maybe I like it a little more. Whoa. Tastes like sour candy. I like this more. I love sour candy, so this is more up my alley. Okay. I gotta suck it up. Really does taste like the Kuberdon. Whoa. They actually have 215 types of Genever in this one place right here. It's also connected to the Waterhouse, a beer tap house. So this is one of the few bars that you'll find the Delirium Tremens on tap. This is the beer that introduced me to Belgian beer. This is one of the first beers, if not the first Belgian beer I ever had in my days living in Tampa, visiting the German restaurants there. If you're ever in Tampa, you have to visit Dunderbox. It's one of the best restaurants in the city. Oh my gosh. And then this is their blonde, their house beer. It's a Gandavum and it's dry hopped. I'm not a beer expert, so I don't know what dry hopped means, but it sounds good and it smells very hoppy. Ooh. Whoa. It smells stronger than what it actually tastes like. It is a blonde, so it has that nice smoothness, unfiltered just by what I can see. It's very easy drinking. Cheers. This little corner right here on the river, you gotta come check out when you're in Ghent. It's like like one of the most iconic spots you have to visit. And you have the Drupelkot spot, and then you have the Waterhouse bar, all in one place. If you really want to get introduced to beer and have somewhere to kind of start off your trip, this is exactly where you should come to. All right, the next thing I want to try is the Martino sub sandwich. Let's go check it out. All right, so once again, super quick. We actually passed by here earlier today and it was packed at like prime lunchtime. So I think we came at the great time because the line was out the door. So here is the Martino sub sandwich. It's on that thin flute style baguette. And look in there, we've got fresh lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, the filet américain, that is the Belgian style steak tartare, as a lot of us know, but it's also got anchovies in it, which I love, and some nice fresh onions too. My mouth is watering. This is like all the things I love in one sandwich. Oh wow, that baguette is so soft. It has a lot of give to it, so it's very easy to eat. Even though it's crunchy on the outside. And that mustard is very bright. It's not as much of a dark mustard as we've had. This is more of a bright, tangy, vinegary mustard. That combination of the filet américain, which is the raw meat made into like a pate, and then the anchovies gives it a really great combination of flavors where you have that fishy saltiness and then you have that fresh raw meat tartare style flavor. Look at that, you have both in there. Now I'm gonna go for one more bite. I see it's got pickles, anchovies, that fresh lettuce salad that they put in there. This is gonna be a good bite. Oh, the pickles are slightly sweet, like a very gentle bread and butter pickle. I'm getting a little bit of pepperiness too, almost like a Tabasco-y flavor. And I should say, filet américain has nothing to do with America. It's actually just the Dutch version of a steak tartare. The bread is so good. It's crispy on the outside, but it's still nice and soft. It has plenty of give to make the sandwich experience very pleasant. It doesn't get in the way of the sandwich itself. Because remember, this pate inside is very soft. So if you had too much of a hard bread roll, it would probably cause everything to squish out, but everything is able to remain contained in there while you're eating the sandwich. Hello. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, so we stopped in to Le Pain Quotidien for some hot chocolate. I almost forgot this is something we definitely have to try here. Wow, it looks very thick, foamy, and the cup is really hot. And they also serve it with a little piece of waffle. I love these cups. Look at them. They're like mugs. Ooh, but it's really hot. Gotta wait a second. And then it appears they just doused it with some raw cocoa powder on top. Add a little bit more of that cacao flavor. Oh, I know what I can do while we're waiting. I'll dip it into the, I'll dip the waffle into it. It smells delicious. That's hot chocolate, all right. Hot milk. You can taste the quality of chocolate. Very good. The cup is really hot, but I really want to get a sip of it while it's still super hot. I don't want it to get too cold. Let me see. How could something so hot be so refreshing at the same time? The chocolate is just delightful. Once again, not very sweet. You're really just getting that cacao flavor steeped in milk. It's almost like a chocolate milk tea. It's really pleasant. All right, we couldn't finish this food tour of Ghent without trying the original Ghent Flemish dish, the waterzooi. Let's try this. Oh, it smells like a seafood chowder. Oof. Mm. Oh. Wow. Lots of nice boiled casserole style fish flavor. Let me get a nice big bite of these vegetables. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious, very hearty. These are your more traditional shrimp that, as I've learned here, tastes nothing like the gray shrimp. Mmm. Mmm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah. Wow. Let's get this nice big piece of whitefish. Mmm. Oh. This is like something that could cure a cold. Very mild flavor. Really what you're having here is the appreciation of that nicely braised fish in that stew. I want to cut this potato, but I don't want to. I'm afraid it's going to bounce out of the plate, so forgive me. I'm going to hold it here. Okay. Yum. But I really like how much fish is in here too. Nice chunk of salmon. Just a little roll of bread. Let's try it in there with some of that broth. So hearty. I have to say, probably my favorite part is the broth. That broth is fantastic. Light creaminess, not too heavy. Yeah, because it seems like the broth pulls all the flavor of the fish and the vegetables. So the fish is very mild in flavor, not too strong one way or the other. The dish itself is not very salty or too peppery. It's a very just gentle flavor, and it's all packed into that creamy broth. It's a beautiful Sunday morning in Ghent, and this place just doesn't want us to leave. There's this amazing flower market. Everybody's out buying fresh flowers and bouquets. I just had to stop and see it. Good morning. We're finishing up exactly where we started here at Ouwen Specialty Coffee Roasters. Just become our favorite coffee shop. Fresh, hot, crisp, and it just started raining right now. So thankfully they put the awnings up. Let me show you their croissant pastry that I'm having today. One that I haven't seen. It's a Yuzu mandarin cream-filled croissant. It's got dried flour garnish on top, another Yuzu cream, and some meringues on there. Perfectly risen croissant. It was baked in a tin, and it's got those fluted edges and that spiral coming up from it. It's just so pretty. It's so fluffy how it bounces right back. Oh, that whipped yuzu cream is like a perfect mousse. Soft, fluffy, but holds its structure really well. Soft and doughy in the center, perfectly crispy around the outside. Ghent as our base was the best decision ever. You're just so close to the other cities, but Ghent itself is such a wonderful, quaint, happy, just inspiring city, and it's beautiful. Lovely fairy tale quaintness, but it feels real too. Amazing design and clothing stores. You can do some really great window shopping here. And I love this place. I would love to come back. I can't wait for more adventures. It doesn't feel real. It's amazing how well preserved this city is. It's so clean. It's just beautiful. Cobblestone streets. This is an anise plant, but it's so fragrant. It smells like sambuca or any of those anise drinks. Even being busy, it's such a quiet city. Ghent was like this too. Oh my God. Oh, meringues. Look at these massive meringues. Oh, here's a marzipan nougat shop. Hello. Oh, let's try the rose. Thank you, thank you. I love all just like the bricks of nougat. Oh my God, these horses are incredible. Busy right now because there's several tours coming in and out. Oh, it opens up into a courtyard. It's beautiful. Wow, this looks like one of the original bottling machines. They made the menu like a newspaper. I got the Bruges, their blonde ale. Look at these glasses, how beautiful. Cheers. Andres got the brown. Oh, the double. So this is the double and this is the blonde. There's also a triple, but it's too early for me to start drinking triples. I want to get through this day. Wow. There's so much flavor in here. It's definitely not a light beer in any sense. It's juicy, it's fragrant. Wow. The drinkability is incredible. So smooth. So this is the double. You can smell that malty chocolatiness. Whoa. Whoa. Much more malty and rich than the blonde. But both of these are just like perfect for the weather today. It's overcast. It's not raining. It might rain a little bit later, but right now it's just so nice outside. It was more humid this morning actually. And now it seems like the humidity is wearing off a bit. So it's kind of crisp in the air. There's a light breeze. And the fact that there's no sun actually makes it really nice so that it's not hot. I'm not concerned about it getting too hot today. This is a Trappist cheese. It's called the Walhoven. They give you an entire slab of cheese. This is a new thing for me. the automatic mustard with cheese service. Wow, it's like a semi-firm cheese. Kind of has the feeling of like a Gouda. Oh, wow. Oh, it smells like cheddar and Gouda. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. It smells more sharp than it actually tastes. It has a really gentle, creamy flavor. Aged, but not, definitely not funky. Whoa. It feels like it's also a good grating cheese. It's like firm enough to grate. Oh, wow. The Trappist cheese, I think, means that it's like made by monks. So it has a very rustic flavor, a little bit of an earthiness to it also. Let's try this mustard. Look at the color on that. Wow. Looks like a stone ground mustard. Guys, that vinegariness of the mustard, it's got a little bit of a kick, just enough to make your eyes water a little bit. It's got like this punch of flavor that is so perfect with this cheese that's quite gentle on the palate. All right, I feel like the pro move to eat this like a Belgian is to peel off some of that wax and slice into it, stab it with the pincers of the knife, then dip. It tastes better this way too. I could sit here all day. Wow, what a start to the day. Beer, cheese in a brewery that's over 150 years old. Incredible. Wow, look at this brewery house. This looks like the older side, because this is part of the brewery here. Wow, these look like some of the original buildings of the brew house. Look at that. That smells good in there too. Den Guten Apple. Look at this. That's awesome. That's the best doorknob I've seen to date. This is what I love about a European city. We're walking through a residential neighborhood. It opens up to a small intersection, and what do you first encounter? A butcher shop, a coffee, tea, and pastry shop. Also sells bread. Next to it, you have the vegetable market. And here you actually have the pastry and bread shop. All the essentials you need right here in the little neighborhood center. This is not even the city center, but all the neighborhoods have this. It's wonderful. All right, so headed back into town now. It looks like we're approaching the central market area. Wow, look how impressive this is. Oh, that's a restaurant behind me. This looks like some other kind of cathedral type building, but with a restaurant on that balcony level. All right, so the next place I want to try is some kind of like Belgian sausage on a bun, and they're supposed to have it here at the potato bar. Let's check it out. While we were waiting for our table, we were sitting inside at the bar, and it is scorching hot in there. It's like you're like sitting in a fryer, because they have like 3 or 4 vats of fries just bubbling. They even have like a meter that's showing how hot it is in there. It's 26.7 degrees Celsius in there. But they have it also to measure the CO2 in the room, make sure it's not like at dangerous levels, because they are pumping out so many fries. But what I want to try here is their farmer's sausage. The farmer sausage is crispy on the outside, filled with minced pork, parsley, and black pepper. The grain mustard served with it is a nice touch. These frites are also crispy on the outside with a soft potato interior and a side of truffle mayonnaise. The shrimp croquette is one of the most memorable foods I had on this trip. The gray shrimp itself has an oceanic taste that is addictive. A squeeze of lemon only enhances the flavor. All right, I would like to try some rabbit stew today. So we're here at Vlaminic 14. Hopefully they'll have some. This is a Jupiler beer. It's one of the local Bruges beers you can find in the city. And it's a lager. Nice. Solid beer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, the rabbit stew is here. It looks so good. Look how beautifully plated it is on this plate with the gravy. Oh man, it looks like it's possibly the side saddle of the rabbit. There's prunes in there that make the richness of the sauce. That is a traditional ingredient for the Flemish style rabbit stew. Okay, you don't even need a knife. We got some bacon bits here. Oh wow. The meat feels so feathery, just so light. You guys, that's one of the best dishes I've ever tasted. The sauce is rich, nice and thick, coats the meat perfectly, but it has this subtle sweetness from that prune that they use to cook it and braise it. And the rabbit is so soft and tender. It comes right off the bone so easily. I absolutely love this. And the richness is not overpowering. It's not like a very heavy gravy sauce. It's really complementary stew style for the rabbit. And the rabbit can be gamey, but it's not at all. It's not even tough. And then they also serve it with some potato croquettes, which I can't imagine what's a better little side dish for this because they're so crispy and fluffy. Look at that. And then I can just swirl it in the gravy. Pick up some mushrooms. Oh, wow. Oh, I want to get this little piece right here. Looks like it's from the leg. Nice little tender piece of meat. Oh, wow. Yes. So much goes into making the sauce that by the time it hits the plate, it's got so many layers of flavor. I think they also add some beer in here too. So you have like a beautiful complexity of those notes of prune, beer, the jus, and the drippings from the rabbit, and the bacon bits too, which adds a little bit of that fattiness. Since rabbit is so lean, adds a little bit of fattiness to the dish. Haricot vert green beans, cucumbers, tomato, grated carrots on mixed greens. Super fresh, crisp lettuce. Every side salad we've had here so far has been this lovely, crisp mixed green salad that tastes so fresh. And when you're on the train going from city to city, you can actually see farms growing fresh leafy greens and corn and stuff. Like a lot of the stuff is coming from not very far away. I wanted to get a bite with some of the prune itself. So let's get some of that. A little bit of, I'm actually just gonna scoop it onto my fork. Fork and some of the rabbit. A little bit more of this potato croquette. It's delicious. Thank you so much. The team has been so nice. Wow, look at this globe glass. It's Duiker Tripel. Wow. The aging on it, it started to bring out the alcohols more, but it's also brought out sweetness from the malt and the hops. So good. Once again, smooth. The beers here are so smooth. I ordered some dry sausage. Look how beautiful. The sausage has been sitting out at room temperature, so the oils have been able to release. Such a creamy flavor. That fattiness melts away right away. You have that beautiful meatiness, but because there's so much fat, it's got a butteriness to it. And it comes with some mustard. Let me try with some mustard. Oh, I almost forgot the cheese. What is wrong with me? I'm getting spoiled here. This is a cheese that they brought with the beer. I had already dipped it in mustard. Sorry. Here we go. It has that sharpness of a cheddar. I'm sweating my face off. Cheers. Okay, so there's a chocolate shop right here, right outside the main square that is a husband and wife who own it. And I believe the husband is a chocolatier, the wife runs the front of the store. It's called Chocolatier Van Oost. And it's right here. Let's check it out. Hello.
Hello.
Ooh, oh, it smells so good in here, like fresh chocolate.
And 255.
Thank you. Beautiful. They have like these little tin boxes. So cute. They also make little nougats and pâté fruit, which is like fruit leather. Okay, let's try one of these. All right, I think this is the lychee one. It has a really nice ganache in there. It's like a white chocolate lychee ganache. Yum. Very subtle flavor in a milk chocolate shell. And this one was the one she recommended. It's the Yuzu caramel. Oh, it's so soft and buttery when you bite into it. You first get the caramel and then the yuzu citrusiness. I love the filling in these. This like soft, melty ganache that's in them. Right, it just like, it goes right through your teeth. It's so pleasant when you take a bite out of it. Creamy, yes. And then this one is the strawberry. I can't remember how it was written in there. It was a lengthy word. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Lots of A's, lots of O's. Started with a B. Whoa, that is really good. It's a strawberry and milk chocolate praline. Whoa.
Hi. The chocolate's beautiful. We got that.
This place looks like a beer castle. And if it was not clear enough when we walk into the beer shop selling beer, when I say, how do beer shops even make money here? Because you have beer breweries like this on every corner. It's incredible. And I'm kind of done drinking beer, but I can't leave without trying one of these. So let's go get some beer. Wow. This is like its own little world in here. You have an open courtyard with all these buildings. We made it. This is the Bourguignon de Flanders. This is their signature beer. It's a red-brown ale. Oh. Whoa. It has a much lighter fruity flavor. It's not so heavy. It's much more bright. A little bit of like a berry fruitiness. Look at the boats going by. Look at the boats going by. A bright fruitiness to it. Not so malty or caramelly, more of a brightness. This brewery has been functioning since the 1800s. Amazing. Some of this mustard. This is the one we had earlier at the Zot Brewery. Oh man, the pretzel's nice and soft. The humidity has caused the salt crystals to actually dissolve and expand in the pretzel. That is a soft and doughy pretzel. Wow. So Andres got the blonde beer. Beautiful color. Unfiltered, you can't even see through it. A different glass. Here we have these beautiful stemmed glasses. They look like wine glasses or like a chalice. Smells a little more citrusy. Oh man. Ooh. It's more like a juicy orange flavor. This is a 2B beer spot. We get it. You guys do beer. You do beer really well.
What?
I mean, the convenience is just so enticing. Pissing beer. See a friteur stand here with a Bicky Burger sign. Let's go try this Bicky Burger. It appears like what makes the Bicky Burger is the fried patty, but also the sauces that go on it. It's a Bicky sauce, kind of like what we know as like a special sauce. So when friteurs and shops sell the Bicky Burger, they usually have this sign up on the window. And here's the Bicky menu. Here, burger with cheese. Thank you. So it's the fried burger patty. It only takes like 2 seconds in the fryer. The Bicky sauce, which I guess is that yellow one, and you have like a ketchup and a mustard. It's pretty good. It's good. Patty's more like a sausage. It has a little bit, if you've had a Jamaican beef patty, it tastes like the beef in the beef patty. Kind of has that same texture, spices, seasonings. It's like a beef sausage, kind of. And the Bixby sauce is pretty fire on its own. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I actually haven't had a chance to try the marzipan and nougat we got when we first arrived. This is the rum raisin marzipan, an almond paste that's been flavored with rum-soaked raisins. I'm gonna take a bite right out of there with some of the raisins. Tastes a little bit of that rum syrupy flavor. It's not too strong. Oh, it just gets better. The raisin totally dissolves in your mouth, so you don't even know it's there. It's just a little bit of that raisin flavoring. And then you're getting that grainy texture of the fine almond flour. I'm getting a little bit more of that rum flavor now in the aftertaste. That's delicious. Here is the rose flavored nougat. Now it's not just rose, it's got almonds and pistachios in it, in that kind of marshmallowy like cake. Oh, it smells like rose. Wow. Whoa. Oh man. It has the perfect amount of perfuminess from rose water. And when you first bite into it, it's almost like dry, crumbly, but it becomes chewy as you're eating it. Yum. Those crunchy almonds, they get perfectly preserved in here, almost like fossilized in rock, because they don't get stale. They stay nice and crispy. They've been toasted or roasted, whichever method they use. And when they're placed into the marshmallow, or the nougat, I'm sorry, it hardens and preserves the nuts in here. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. It just gets wrapped to protect it, and it lasts a long time. So glad I'll be able to take this home with me. But you guys, that is gonna be it today for Bruges. It's starting to get dark, so we're gonna start heading over to the train station and head over to our home base in Ghent. Tomorrow, we're headed to Brussels. I'll see you there. What's up guys? Today I'm in Brussels. We're getting started right here outside of the Brussels Midi station. It's a Sunday, so the biggest market of the city is happening today right outside the station. Let's check it out. You can find everything here. All kinds of produce, housewares, kitchenware. But we're looking for the food trucks. This market has a ton. It's really like a multicultural mixed ethnicity market. So you're gonna find tons of ethnic food here. Filling the flatbread with olives. He had just put down the fresh soft cheese and now he's putting on sun-dried tomatoes. Watch this honey drizzled on top. Oh my God, that's gonna be so good. Wow. You've got to get a mint tea to go along with this. piping hot. Wow. Look at the rest of this market. You've got Italian cheeses. You've got more vegetables. God, it's so busy and alive.
TikTok. Allez, ça fait 3 euros. 2,50 Habibie, 2,50 dans les derniers kilos, allez. Allez, on peut partir, allez.
So you hear all the vendors yelling like more aggressively because I think the market's closing up, so they're trying to sell everything, and they're giving deep discounts now. Okay, so everybody was buying the mint tea because it's supposed to be had with this crepe. Oh wow, it's sweet. Oh, but it's so delicious. Like a honey, minty black tea is what it tastes like. Wow. But I think it's all herbal tea, but that is delicious. Wow, look at this. Whoa. Oh my goodness. That beautiful flatbread, so doughy, piping hot. And look at the inside in there, the olives. Wow. The exterior of the flatbread is crispy, grainy from the semolina flour, and then it's immediately chewy as you bite into the cheese and the tomato, which is nice and tangy, briny. This flatbread is called mismen, and it's Arabic for oiled. As you saw the woman cooking these on the flat top, there's tons of oil, but that's what makes it nice and crispy on the outside. You can serve it sweet with like Nutella and honey, or you can have a savory application like this with the olives, vegetables, chicken, stuff like that. The tea really does round out this sandwich. Oh, those olives, green, briny olives. It's been like 4 or 5 days in Belgium, and I have yet to have one mussel. So we are at Le Bistro. I'm starting off with a Grimbergen. This is a local Abbey ale here. Once again, I got the blonde. I'm really enjoying these blonde ales. So the Trappist ales are beers brewed by monks within the walls of a monastery. And the Abbey ales are beers brewed in the style of Trappist, using the original type of recipes. However, they're not brewed within the walls of a monastery by monks.
Ta-da!
Oh, wow.
Bon appétit. Enjoy.
Wow, look at these mussels. Oh, they're so fragrant. The aroma coming from here is just, it's like the steam is just blowing right in my face. I can even smell the white wine that it's been steamed in. Here's our first mussel in Brussels. Ah, they're so hot. Wow, so plump, juicy. Wow, you have a little bit of that nice white wine flavor, but you can taste that garlic. Let's try to open it here. The sun is kind of casting a shadow, but let me see if I can get this here so you can see. Whoa, look at that. Amazing. Comes right out of the shell. Creamy, that creaminess coming from the mussel meat. I'm sure there's gonna be more at the bottom, but I gotta get a little taste here. Oh man, absolutely delicious. I've never seen mussels this plump before. Look at that. We're currently in mussel season right now. It runs from July through March. Oh, look at the liquid in that. The garlickiness in that white wine broth is, you have to get the white wine broth with garlic. They serve them with a little side of frites. Beautiful golden color. The expectation of quality in the frites here in Belgium is unmatched. Dip one in there and that sauce. The best, the best. Perfect. All right, we've made a little room in our pot, so I want to get some of this cream sauce and start pouring it on top of the mussels that are a little higher. You want to get that cream sauce on everything, not just the last 4 mussels on the bottom. Wow. It seems to be thickening up just slightly too as it's cooling down, which is awesome because that means it sticks to the mussels a little bit more. Wow. Look at that. Broth gold. Wow. Still piping hot at the bottom of that pot. Eating mussels, looking at the Port d'Al. I think this is like the city gates. What an experience. Let's soak in some of these frites. Because the frites are so crispy on the outside, you can actually dip them into liquids like this and they don't break. And they absorb the liquid really nicely. That sauce is so rich. It also has a really great black pepperiness to it. Those mussels are great on their own, but this is where the magic is. This cream sauce, look at that. All the flavors are infused into here, including that seafood mollusk flavor. This is amazing. Loving this. This is a portion for 1. Andres and I have shared it and we are so full. Wow. Spicy, creamy, rich celery, onion, garlic, like all the things you love. Wow. And that cream sauce is slightly thickening, like I was saying earlier, because it's getting colder. We've arrived at the last mussel in the pot. What an experience. This was a huge pot of mussels. You can share this between 4 people, and please at least share it between 2, because it is so much. It's a challenge in itself to eat this pot of mussels. And then you have your little mussel shell tower that you can admire. Oh man, I am so full, but I'm so glad we finally got to experience this amazing dish, having mussels in Brussels, le moule frite. And you gotta tell you guys, you gotta come to this place. The service is excellent. All the places, the service is really, really fast. You really don't wait more than 6 to 10 minutes for your food. And I just want to add a little something. While I was doing research for restaurants here, you can kind of have a little bit of sticker shock when you see some of the menu prices, especially for the mussels dishes, the shrimp croquettes, and things like that. But our entire tab, 2 Abbey ales, a full pot of mussels with cream sauce, garlic, and white wine. The entire tab was 38 euros. That's great. Yes, Belgium could be one of the more expensive places to visit, but you really get the bang for your buck. Something that's commonly said around here is about the food in Belgium is you have the quality of French cuisine with the portion sizes of German foods. Walking off our mussels, and we came to see the mannequin Piss statue. Today he's dressed in Belgian attire, representing the Paralympic team for Belgium. Looks like they've so far got 1 gold, 2 silver, and 3 bronze. Oh, it looks like this is the Belgian beer weekend too. I can see a ton of tents from the distance over here. I think the Delirium Village is over there, but we can probably get in through here. It looks like the beer event might be free for all. Wow. It's impressive even with all the tents in. Oh my goodness. Look at all the statues, the reliefs carved into the stone. Wow. Wow, this really does now feel like the capital city of Belgium. Wow. Hello.
You need to scan this with your phone.
Okay.
And you can top up tokens.
Okay, so they give you this card, you scan it, top it up with tokens, and then this is what you use to pay. Look at that beautiful glass. Still getting a lot of foam at first. You need one more sip. Oh, there it is. Wow. The saison.
Typical Belgian style.
Okay.
So in Belgium, if you want to make beer and call it saison, if you check 11 boxes off, then you can call it a saison.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes.
With a bit of grapefruit, and that gives it
a little bit of that. Yeah.
Refreshing taste.
This is the original Belgian style beer, and this brewery specifically is just outside of Ghent where we're staying. Oh wow, that's beautiful. You got to be careful. I'll drink this whole thing on my own. Let's let Andres try it.
There's 3 or 4 sort of Gaelic, Scottish, Irish around
Yeah. One of the beers on my bucket list to try while we're in Belgium is a lambic. I think I found one right over here. Let's go see. Okay, so I'm seeing the name of this brewery is Wilderen, and one of their beers is called the Kriek. I think that might be a lambic. I'm gonna ask. Cheers. All right, so here is the Kriek. Let's give it a try. Whoa. Wow, it's really fruity. Very, very cherry. Sour tart cherry. It's sweeter than I thought. They were saying it's not as sweet as a lambic, but it really does have like this juicy cherry flavor. That's good. That's easy, smooth drinking. Wilderen Kriek. It's got cherry, sweet and sour. It's like a cherry sour candy. Okay, we found one of the beer stalls serving lambics. This is Van Hansenbroek. A pesh lambic?
One? Yeah.
One, yeah. All right, we've got our peach lambic here. This is a St. Louis premium. That is a beautiful glass of beer, super light in alcohol. The brewery is Castile. Is probably one you've seen more. Let me move out of the way a little bit just so people can get in here. I've never had a peach lambic before. And this is a natural fermentation, or as they say, spontaneous fermentation. So I'm guessing it's like wild yeast. It smells lovely. Oh, wow. Yes, the most natural peach flavor you can get. super floral and fragrant, but you still have a very nice undertone of beer flavor. It's not too sweet. It's almost nearing a kombucha. It almost tastes like a kombucha with a higher alcohol volume. Wow, it is insane out here. So a lot of the Belgian breweries have their own fraternities. So we saw the Saint Fouillon fraternity that belongs to that brewery parading and like playing bagpipes and stuff. And at the same time, we have a Brazilian performer because it's also Brazil Origins Appreciation Week. It's crazy. Okay, all the jolliness and merriment of the Saint Fouillon fraternity got me hooked. I've got to try this. So this is their Saint Fouillon Belgian Coast IPA. Ooh, wow. This tastes a lot like an American IPA, like a Northeast IPA. It's really, really good. Look at the color on that though. That beautiful orange hue. You definitely don't see them that much often in that color. That's so pretty. And this is their Saison. Look how much more clear this one is. The depth of color in these beers is so beautiful. Whoa. Wow. This one has more banana-y notes, much lighter, brighter flavor. This is so amazing to be here, coincidentally, on this day when the beer weekend is going on, standing in the middle of the Grand Place in Brussels, Belgium, with this backdrop of this Gothic and Baroque architecture behind me as my view while I'm drinking Abbey beer is just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I can't believe we're here right now. So I'm not gonna have anything here, but I wanted to bring you guys with me to the Delirium Village just to walk through it. Apparently there's like 8 bars here that make up this village and over 2,000 beers. This is incredible. Even the dogs are impressed. The female statue of the kid pissing. Wow, okay. So cool to go and see that, but I really cannot have any more beer. I am up to here in food, but I'm with you guys, and you're probably wondering why I haven't had a waffle yet. So if it wasn't for you guys, I'd probably honestly leave and maybe leave the waffle for another occasion, but we are here, and this place actually looks pretty good, so I think I'm gonna enjoy this with you guys. This is called Le Roi de la Gaufre, the king of waffles, and it appears that they serve Liège waffles. All right, I've got my Liège waffle. It's nice and brown. I love this caramelization on the outside. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. I'm on very low battery on the camera, so we're gonna make this quick. Good, sticking to my teeth. The caramel. That's pretty good. That is good, nice and bready, sweet. And you have that caramel that you bite into. It's kind of like these little bursts of caramel sugar in there. This doesn't need anything else on it. This is good just like this. Wow, I love that dark caramelization on it. But the Liège waffle is made with pearl sugar in the batter. So that melts as it's cooking, and it creates that kind of marbling of caramelized sugar in there. I literally have a piece of sugar stuck on my tooth right here. I don't even want to smile because I feel like you can maybe see it, but it's really good. Floury, eggy. It's got a very nice density to it. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, guys. The sun is setting. It has been a fantastic day in Brussels. I've had so much fun having mussels, going to a beer festival. What a time I had today in Brussels. And we're about to go to Antwerp. I'll see you guys there. It is incredible in here. I feel like I'm in Natural History Museum or something. This does not feel like a train station. Right outside the train station is the zoo. How cool is this? We'll have to come next time we're in Antwerp. I don't think we'll have time to do it today, and I definitely wouldn't want to rush through it, so on the list for next time. Wow, look at the statues. Incredible. I can't believe this is the entrance to the zoo. Wow, there's so much greenery. It looks like almost like a botanical garden and a zoo combined with the train station. That's crazy. Oh, the flamingos are there. Wow. All right, guys, I'm starving. We gotta go find some food. The Chinatown of the city is actually right here also, so let's go check it out. All right, so we're coming into the Chinatown. It's not so much a neighborhood as much as it's like a street with several different Asian restaurants. They've got produce markets, butcher shops, a large Chinese grocery store, but it smells really good around here. Ooh. Oh, look at this place, how busy it is. Oh, it smells so good. Wow, it tastes like a chicken broth, very herbaceous. It's such a clear, beautiful consommé with so much flavor. Look at these beautiful wontons, how nice and curled and crimped. The noodle looks really soft and tender. It's a shrimp wonton packed with shrimp in there. Super fresh. The noodle has a lovely bite to it. And that shrimp, such a mild, clean flavor. And this broth is excellent. It's so clear and refined, but it has so much flavor. Wow. It's like a savory tea. Let me get some of this cabbage. Whoa. The cabbage has like almost like a sesame kind of stir-fried flavor to it. Beautiful, delicate sweetness. This is a great first meal of the day. It's kind of a tight space in here. It's only a 7-table restaurant, so I'm trying to speak very quietly to not disturb anyone. Oh man. I want to put a little bit of spice on here. That is truly spicy. Whoa. That hit the spot. Oh, that was so delicious. This place is called Da Jali. The name of this restaurant is Kuntun. It's a traditional Tibetan restaurant. Okay, wow. We are waiting on our momo dumplings and our lapping noodle salad and ordered some iced tea. Look at this gorgeous glass. The crushed ice, the fresh mint sprig, it's so fragrant. Like, the mint in Belgium is like out of hand. I don't know if it's because of cooler weather or what, but it's super fragrant everywhere you have it. You guys, this is a homemade iced tea and it is spectacular. It has the perfect balance of lemony, a little bit of sweetness, and ice cold from that crushed ice.
Please, your momo mix.
Oh, wow.
And here lapping.
Amazing, thank you. Oh, look at these dumplings. My goodness, perfectly crisp on the bottom. They smell wonderful. Then here, this is the lapping noodle salad. Look how beautiful, the wide noodles, that beautiful cilantro topping. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of a mystery basket because we got the mixed platter. So some will be chicken, veggie, shrimp, and beef. But let's go for this one. Piping hot, so fresh. Not too thick wrapper of a dumpling with that crispy bottom. And then you get into the meat. This looks like it's the beef one. It's got some herbs in there, and it's just this beautiful beefy flavor, such a pure beef flavor. They're really hot. That one was the chicken. So good. That beautiful pure chicken flavor, just a little bit of herbaceousness, and that chewy dumpling wrapper. It's so good. All right, let's try this lapping. I'm so excited to get into this. They also said we should mix this up before eating it. Oh wow, look at that. All the juice. Wow. Looks beautiful. Oh man, okay. Let's try this. Look at these thick, wide noodles, almost like a similar to like a pappardelle noodle. They're at least 1 inch wide. Oh my God. That is my happy place in a bowl right there. The chili crunch has a little bit of peanut in there that you're biting down on. The noodles are extremely chewy, like a beautiful, just satisfying chew because they're thick and they're wide. The cilantro gives it such a bright, beautiful coriander flavor, like soy, vinegar, chili. Oh God, it's like its own broth in itself. And then this, I think it's, I did the same thing. He said people think that this is tofu, but it's actually like another type of noodle. But it's cut into cubes, almost looks like little croutons. Wow, it's so spongy. Man, that's amazing. I could have a bowl of that on its own. Wow. This might be my favorite thing. Oh my God. I've never had anything like this before. These noodles are made from wheat, but also I think it said like potato starch and like mung bean flour. So if you think about something that's made with potato starch, it does have that beautiful chewiness, a really lovely bite from that potato starch. That's exactly what you're getting here. This has now become one of my favorite dishes of all time. That's amazing. All right, I'm ready for another dumpling. I think this might be the veggie one. I think these are glass noodles out here. Maybe you can see them, but let's try it. Yes. Definitely the veggie. Oh, see mushrooms in there too? Nice umami mushrooms. Give it that umami flavor. The carrots, some glass noodle. These are so full. They're packed in really well. Everything made so fresh. They crimp these, make them here in-house. You can taste that freshness for sure. These little cubed noodles are the funnest thing. They're absorbing the liquid in there too. So you're eating them and it's just like carrying all the marinade juices. It's so good. This texture explosion in this noodle soup is amazing. You have the chewy noodles, the spongy noodle, the crispy, fresh cilantro, and that beautifully medium spicy chili sauce with the peanuts. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything in there. It's amazing. We've got one more momo dumpling variety to try. Let's see what this one is. So we've tried chicken, beef, the veggie. Oh, I think this might be shrimp. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh, look at the top of the dumpling too, how beautifully crimped it is. Wow. Handmade right here at Kunjun. Now it's slippery, hold on. Okay. It's not shrimp. It tastes like a mixed chicken almost. Like a chicken and vegetables. Yeah. That's gotta be chicken and vegetables. I see some carrot in there and some white meat, looks like chicken. Let's do it this way. Like a soup dumpling. That was amazing. Once again, another beautiful dish. So just in this morning, we've had Malaysian food and Tibetan food all in one little block. That was incredible and some of the best dishes I've ever had. Those momos were so good. And that laping noodle salad, I'm never gonna forget it. All right, so we have our kip sandwich, the chicken sandwich, and it's beautifully seasoned and marinated. You see it sitting there in the refrigerator as they're scooping it out. I can't wait to try this. Look at this bread. Nice and soft with the semolina flour on the outside. They stuffed it with chicken, nice diced cube, and put some spicy sauce, garlic sauce on top as well. This looks so good. It smells wonderful in here. It's like height of lunchtime right now. Look at that. Steaming hot, fresh off the grilled chicken. A little bit of lettuce. Oh, man. This bread, I already know this bread's gonna be incredible. The chicken has so much flavor. It's marinated, spices, peppers, beautiful yellow color. I mean, it's so appetizing. It might be like a durum wheat semolina, ground semolina all around it. So it just has such a lovely mouth texture. And look at these fries. Fresh out of the fryer, golden crispy. Let's dip some of these in here. I want to try this spicy sauce. I love how they have like a carousel of sauce bottles, and it's like looks like they're milking a cow. Like it's just chunk 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 chunk. It's so cool, but also so efficient. You're not like turning over bottles; they're ready to go right there. I mean, the efficiency in these restaurants is amazing. Oh, it does have a little kick to it. It's nice, but they're so delicious. They're so soft and pillowy on the inside. So good. Actually, want to put a little bit more of this spiced mayo on there. If you're looking it up on Google, it's Restaurant Pizzeria Lux's. Oh, that was delicious. That bread was so good. And the chicken, perfectly marinated. They said they use a specific seasoning just for the chicken, specific for the beef. Oh, this one's like an outdoor. Cool. This is a very multi-ethnic neighborhood, but more than anything, I'm seeing more Afghan restaurants and stores. All right, we're gonna grab a espresso real quick. This is George's Espresso Bar. Espresso with the thick foam on top. It's like you can't even break through to the coffee yet. Oh, wow. That's a really great espresso. Oh, so rich. I give you a little cookie too. Rich, bright espresso.
Thank you for the camera.
So one of the beers you have to have in Antwerp is the Bolek. This one's made by the Deconic Brewery. The brewery is also here in the city as well. And actually, the Bolek means bowl, significant of the shape that the style of beer is served in. Ooh. Has a little, it's a light beer, but it's got a little bit of a cross of that Belgian hoppy flavor and a little bit of a smoother brown ale. Very nice. And this is their Tripel, the Deconic Brewery's Tripel d'Anvers beer. Whoa, that's much stronger. The lighter in color that the beers are, the stronger they are. So it's kind of like working in reverse. In America, we know if the beer is darker, it's gonna be stronger. But here, the beer is lighter in color, it's gonna be stronger. We made it to the top of the Mouse Museum here in the Elandier neighborhood, and you can see a whole bird's eye view of the entire city of Antwerp. This museum is free to get into, so you just take a series of escalators all the way to the top, and you can see the whole city. Look at that cathedral. How beautiful. So that actually wasn't the last floor. We were on the 8th floor, there's 10. So we're headed up to the 10th one right now for the panoramic view. Wow, look at the neighborhood all around it. You can see how these neighborhoods used to be with the church in the center and then the neighborhoods radiating out from it. All right, so I have yet to go to a pure friterie to try the Belgian frites. So we came to Frites Atelier. Let's go check it out. Dankjewel. All right, let's get some Andalus. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try the basil one. This is their limited. Whoa, man, it really has a strong sauce pump. Wow, you guys, look at these frites. Man, I love the thickness of these frites. Let me get one. This is the Indo peanut sauce. So they have like 5 or 6 different specialty sauces, and then they also have like these more traditional sauces. The Indo peanut, I think it's like peanut, of course, but probably like an Indonesian satay style peanut sauce. Mmm. Whoa. It's got some like lime flavor, like lime leaf. Wow. Nice and that thick kind of peanut buttery chunkiness to it. I love the crunch of the peanuts. Mmm. That's really good. The fries themselves are like extra pillowy on the inside. They look like they're gonna be super like hard crispy, but that just kind of crackles right over top, and then you get a nice soft frite in the middle. Mmm. Mmm. But look how thick this peanut sauce is. It's almost like a mash. Mmm. Delicious. The andalous sauce is one that you find at a lot of the fritters. So I've been looking forward to trying it. The color on this is just beautiful. Mmm. Yeah, has a little bit of that like Cajun-y kick to it. Yeah, it's like a smoked paprika flavor. I really like that. And then the basil, this is like a special limited time one they have right now. But it's got a beautiful green, pastel green hue. And it looks much more mayonnaise based. Mmm. Very nice. It's like a traditional mayonnaise with just like a hint of basil flavor in there. Delicious. Overall, these fries are really good. This is one of the more popular places, but the fries always looked really good. And I was like, let's just go ahead and try it. I think it's pretty touristy, but if it's good, it's good. Mmm. I really like this Indo peanut. I've seen the Frites Atelier, I've seen them in other cities. In every city we've been to, Bruges, Ghent, Brussels, every big city in Belgium has one. So if you don't come to Antwerp and you want to try them, they have a few throughout the country. My peanut sauce is so thick. It's almost like peanut butter, like the thickness of peanut butter. Mm-hmm. Oh, I even got a little piece of the kaffir lime leaf. That's what's giving it that lovely, delicate lime flavor. Fun fact, frites, as most of you may know, are originally Belgian, not French, even though in America we call them French fries. And the reason for that is because American soldiers in World War I were here in Belgium and they were eating frites, but the people selling them, the Belgians, were speaking French. So they took this experience of having these Belgian frites back to America, but started calling them French fries because everybody was speaking French. Mm. And thankfully, the rain gods let up for just a little bit so that we can try this outside.
Yes.
One coffee and caramel.
Yeah.
Matcha.
Yeah.
And the Cuba.
Yeah.
And one more you recommend? Ah, wonderful. Okay.
Rose and black pepper.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds great. I love rose.
Yeah, I have to know what I sell.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, so we got some chocolates, some pralines. Let's try a couple here. I'm gonna go with the suggestion first, which was the rose and black pepper. This beautiful little baton. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, wow. The rose is much brighter, not so perfumey. And then that black pepper, I think, just heightens that brightness and flavor with a dark chocolate ganache in there. Oh, the rose comes in a little bit later. Delicious, very bright. And then I'm gonna try my pick, which was the matcha. I love this little praline case. Something I really love about these Belgian pralines is how thin the casing is, the chocolate shell. Wow, look at the color of that ganache. The deep matcha green. Wow. Almost has a hazelnuttiness to it. Like the matcha is so strong, you're getting a lot of nuttiness to it. I really like that. And these pralines are not meant to be eaten like big pieces of chocolate. They're meant to kind of take bites out of, eat them slowly, let them melt on your palate. I'll admit I'm eating them a little bit quicker for the sake of tasting them on camera, but if I was just eating these alone, sitting by myself, I would eat them a lot slower, let them melt, but you know, that could take like a minute. And then this is the Cuba origin, which I didn't know Cuba had cacao. So let's try this one. A silky ganache. Definitely butter-based ganache, but the chocolate is fantastic. Very deep, warm flavor of the chocolate. Okay, and then the last one was Andres's pick. This one is the coffee and caramel, this little round one here. It looks like a little bit lighter of a dark chocolate, maybe somewhere around the 70% cacao to 65%. This shell is super thin. Oh wow, you picked a good one. Whoa, whoa. This one melts immediately. That is more like a very dark caramel infused with coffee. Not as much chocolate as the caramel, and the coffee flavor is great. I love when the chocolates really truly taste like what the flavor says. That's really good. This, the woman was telling us this chocolate shop originates in Brussels. So they have a few locations throughout Belgium and even one in Paris. So I thought I had seen one, but I'm glad we came in. They've got a lot of good stuff.
Wow, what a day it has been in Antwerp. This was so much fun. Antwerp is definitely worth coming and staying a few days, especially if you're here to try a lot of different food and maybe you want to see the zoo also. It's definitely worth doing at least 2 to 3 days here. But if you're staying in one of the other cities, Brussels, Ghent, Bruges, it still is worth doing a day trip out here if you can, because even if you just get to see the old town, it's totally worth it. So we're about to head back to Ghent, where we're going to spend one more night, and then tomorrow we will be on our way to the Netherlands. I'll see y'all soon.